going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of... Oh, I almost said power button. Wow. The Marvel debate. And today we are discussing what would happen if...
Who are we, Darren?
Oh, yeah. I forgot who we
haven't
were.
done this in a while.
I didn't even know who I was. I'm Darren Beasley. I'm your co-host. And who are you?
I'm your co-host, Josh Meany.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't know that. So we're debating today what would happen if Hulk came out of the closet. No, if he came out during Endgame. No, Infinity War.
Infinity War in the New York scene in the beginning with Doctor Strange,
and Iron Man.
And when he didn't come out against Obsidian and Ebony Maw. How would that change Infinity War? Would it end
How would that
the
change
same
the
way?
course of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it even in the grand scale like that. Not even because, yeah, the movie is very important.
Yes.
So changing that one movie would change everything.
So what do you think?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. So he comes out, and he takes out Obsidian and Ebony Maw. He ends that.
You
what
think
does
he's
that
gonna
change?
end that? You think he's just going to end that? How do you think?
I think they would win. I think they would win if Hulk came out. I think they would have been able.
Okay, because when they
would win that fight because clearly they didn't win that fight.
But here's the thing. All Maw and Ebony and Cull was there for was for the Time Stone.
Right.
So did they win the fight? They got the Time Stone.
They got their mission complete, and I don't think their
saying.
mission would have been complete right there for the Time Stone.
All right. So you think Hulk being there, they wouldn't have got Doctor Strange away.
Right, because if you win that fight, then obviously they didn't get the Time Stone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But Obsidian lost the fight.
Obsidian, but Ebony didn't.
He got away. You know what I'm saying?
But if they were both to be defeated right there and not get away, no one would... the same actions wouldn't occur to get Iron Man and Tony.
Well, here's the thing.
Dr. Strange on the ship.
If here's what I'm saying. If if Hulk took out Maw, right?
Okay. That
would prevent Doctor Strange from leaving the planet because he doesn't need to fight Obsidian because Obsidian fights Doctor Strange in Spider-Man and Iron Man, and he gets taken out.
Okay.
He has virtually nothing to do with Maw taking Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? Other than the fact that he's preoccupying Iron Man and everyone else.
So you're saying it's possible Doctor Strange could have still ended up on the ship because of that?
Because of what?
If he only took out Obsidian?
If Hulk just went after Obsidian, I'm saying this: if Obsidian preoccupied the Avengers, which he did in Infinity War in that scene, like literally everyone was on him, and Doctor Strange was fending for himself until Spider-Man came out and tried to help him. Right? If that same thing happened again, then he's going to get away again. Like Hulk has to, if Hulk makes the change to make their mission fail, he has to go after Maw, or he goes after Obsidian, and everyone goes, "We're going to let him take on Obsidian by himself,"
which I think would happen. That's what they were kind of hinting at. Like, you take the big guy, and he's like, "All right,
He
was going to take him out, and they probably all went against
Maw,
Ebony Maw,
and then they wouldn't have been able to get Doctor Strange.
So then the question there is, would they be able to take on Ebony?
Yes, I think so.
And I think so too. I think him coming out would cause that chain reaction of, I don't think Doctor Strange would have ended up on the ship. I think they would have been able to team up against Ebony Maw. I think Hulk would have took care of Obsidian. I shouldn't say take care like it'd be that easy. I think he'd win. I really do.
I think so too. I think so too.
So, I think the Time Stone would still be there. The question is, what happens, and now how is that affecting Thanos' mission? Because they achieved their mission. They brought it right to his home planet, and he was able to show up there. So I think Thanos would end up having to go to Earth because Tony wouldn't have left Earth. That wouldn't have been a thing. They wouldn't have went to Titan. So Thanos would have had to go to Earth and been like, all right, now I got to get the Mind Stone and the Time Stone here.
Yep.
I want to say Thanos would still win down there. Because the same people are down there.
I don't think he would have won.
Well, the Guardians of the Galaxy aren't down there.
I don't think he would have won.
Peter Quill wouldn't have caused them to...
Well, it's either way. Mantis wouldn't be there to put him under, and Quill wouldn't be there to wake him up.
And you think he would lose the battle going down there?
I think Thanos would not have been able to go down there and take the stones himself. No. And the reason why I say that is because when Ma and Obsidian show up, it's a surprise to planet Earth.
Mm.
They can get in and get out. And they're hella noisy. Like when they show up, it's a commotion. You see what I'm saying?
They wouldn't have split up the Avengers.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been a
completely.
split. But even more than that, you would have been able to tell someone. Everyone in New York would have been able to see Ebony Maw. He's just coming out in the street talking like he owns the fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, you would have been like, all right, Ross, look at this. Look at these aliens just showing up. Now, their boss, Thanos, is going to show up because he didn't get the stone. So this is going to be
they got prep time now.
Yeah,
they got prep time. He can call Cap because they were all caught off guard by pretty much everything up until the battle in Wakanda where they're like, okay, now they're going to come.
Yeah, right. But not even that. Not even that. The world, I'm saying. I think I brought this. We talked about this before. Like, you could assemble all the Avengers. That's for sure. And they all could have took out Thanos. That's for damn sure. Especially if he has no Infinity Stone except for the Power Stone, the Space Stone.
Power Stone, the Space Stone.
That's it. That's all he got.
And the Reality Stone. He would still be fighting with everything he had on Titan.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing that would be missing is the ones from Earth. Yeah, so he would be just as powerful as he was on Titan when he went to Earth and fought them right there.
No, but he wouldn't have the Soul Stone.
He didn't have the Soul Stone when he fought on Titan.
Yeah, he did. He already clipped Gamora.
Oh, right, the Soul Stone. Why wouldn't he have the Soul Stone?
Well, okay.
Because I feel like he's getting all the stones except for the Mind Stone and the Time Stone, which that now he's gonna have to his last thing instead of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but and I don't know how he'd organize this in his head because he could say if Ebony in Obsidian failed, then I'm gonna go there right now, as opposed to saying I'm gonna do all these other things and get all these other stones and then go there.
So you think if he went there immediately to go get it, then he would lose? I can get down with that. I think so too. I'm not so sure if he gets if he's just the way he was on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
He won on Titan.
Yeah, I think he would win. But here's another factor.
So that's a pretty big factor on when he does it.
Exactly, it is.
So let's try to map out what was his plan. Let's try to think about what he was doing and see where he may deviate. So the first thing he did was so the Power Stone would have happened. That would have happened no matter what. That was the first thing he got.
Yeah. Space Stone's that too.
And the Space. Yeah, he had the Space Stone, right?
Yeah.
And the Power Stone, which is
pretty powerful.
Yeah, he's going in there. He'd be going to Earth already with 2 stones.
Yeah.
The next stone he gets is the Soul Stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was before Titan?
Yeah.
Okay. So none of that would change. I don't think.
He gets the Reality Stone and the Soul Stone before Titan.
Right.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this. The rush, right? I know it's imperative that I recover the Time Stone and the Mind Stone, right? Like, so I'm saying, what if because Ma died and Obsidian died,
it'd be more alarming to him. And
I need to go there right now. And I'm not even saying that that's what he would do. Right. I honestly think this. Just knowing Thanos being a strategic
Very
guy,
strategic.
Yeah.
Like, I would assume that he would know not to go there right. Like, okay, let me go get the stone.
Because he
knows Avengers are a problem.
Yeah, he does.
Which is weird to me that he just sent Ebony and Obsidian down there to take care.
Because it wasn't the Avengers. It was supposed to just go after the Sorcerer.
But he knew that?
Well, I mean.
Right, it was just go after the Sorcerer. I just would think he would be more cautious about just Earth in general. Like, you know, he sent the army. Well, had Loki send the army to Earth and everything.
And they got
and Avengers,
defeated.
like, he doesn't know what's going on. I don't think he knows the confliction, and he doesn't know if Doctor Strange is part of the Avengers or not.
Mm-hmm.
You think he would be a little more cautious about, instead of just, okay, you go, knowing that Loki failed and Loki had an entire army. They just went down. He had a lot of confidence in them.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of confidence in them.
And he did a sneak way. I mean, we say sneaky because it's immediate and no one was anticipating.
Yeah, nobody.
Right. It's not. I mean, okay, as loud as they were, Loki was 6 times louder. right? Like Loki, they saw that
Loki
coming.
had an entire army.
Yeah.
They saw the ships.
And even
yeah.
before that, the time stone, the beginning of the first Avengers
That's
movie,
yeah,
like the
literally
whole
from
thing.
the beginning on. Yeah, he's making a lot of noise.
So he's thinking, I send these two guys in, they'll get in, get the stone from who? Doctor Strange. He's a no. He wasn't in the. He wasn't
two of
in
my best men.
Yeah, and he wasn't in the Battle of New York. This dude, he's got the stone. He wasn't in the Battle of New York. So we'll go down and get rid of him.
About them too, though.
Yeah, and I think it's
Which
right. I think it's rightfully placed because they succeeded.
Yeah.
They succeeded. I took talk away from the mic.
They succeeded. Yeah,
they succeeded.
I just feel like me, if I was Thanos, I'd be like, how about we save Earth for last? Let's get everything first.
So
I wouldn't even set my boys in there yet. Like,
so let's say he does that.
The problem.
Let's say he goes, all right, Maw and Obsidian fail. I'm not going to hit that spot until I get all the stones. Then I show up. Now, Earth. Okay, and here's another point I was trying to bring up. Earth is going to have a problem. Like, I mean, the entire planet is going to have a problem if he shows up with all the stones.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And there's nothing he could do. If he didn't show up with all the stones and he just went there right after he found out they died, I honestly think Earth would be able to defeat him. Because it's going to be China, Russia, France, UK, America. Everyone's going to be like, all right, dude. I mean...
what if he shows up with an army?
Even worse. Like... So you're going to have to convince, because we're not too friends with Russia, America, and it's happening in New York. So Russia's going to be like, why do I give a damn about what you guys go on in New York? I don't give a shit about, we don't even like you. You know what I mean? That's like something happening in Moscow. America's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
It'd probably be left up to the Avengers because, I mean, they had pretty good idea what the fuck was going on in Infinity War, and they had to go to Wakanda. Like, they didn't even get any help from anyone else. So it's just going to be them. I don't think they're even...
But I think... Oh, man, that's a tough one. Man,
it's tough because you have to go on the assumption that now they're going to start working with other countries.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that if it happens in New York and they get everyone together and they say, all right, we know he's going to be back here in this location, Ross is going to be all over it. He's going to be all over it. He's going to be in a room talking to the United Nations like...
Well, why didn't they do that in Wakanda? They
why
knew
didn't
he
they
was
do that
showing.
in Wakanda?
They were showing up there.
Why? Yeah,
so
why
I feel
didn't
like
they do that in Wakanda?
we have to kind of go off that logic of what they were doing then, and not what they should have did.
Well, here's the thing. I think part of the reason why they didn't do it in Wakanda is because Ross has no authority in Wakanda. Here's what they should have done. They should have told everybody in the world what was happening in Wakanda. They didn't, because Wakanda is this secret, invisible. It's like they have it like cloaked in like this. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like a secret nation or something like that. It's like, well, but wait a minute, like. Ross is an ally in this. Like, if you tell him what's going on, I know he's hunting you and you're supposed to be in jail, all that shit. But at the end of the day,
do you think they would end up telling him though?
Well, they didn't. They didn't. But I'm saying in New York, I think they would. I think they would. I think they would because Ross is going to have authority in New York. He's not going to let shit fly. Last time they didn't do anything, they went to go bomb the whole city, and Iron Man thwarted the plan. So I think they're going to say, all right, listen.
Yeah, and I guess what could back that up, too, is Iron Man wasn't there to make that kind of decision when it went down at Wakanda, and he would be the one to, because obviously the rogue Captain America's not calling Ross.
But that's wrong. That's wrong. He should call Ross.
Yeah, he should. He should.
You see what I'm saying?
But he's not going to. And
he's not going to.
They tried to handle it just them, and they got pretty close to handling it, but...
Yeah, right. They didn't. They failed.
Yeah,
you know
they needed Thor to show up because they were losing at one point.
Yeah. So I feel like the world would get involved. If it happened in Manhattan, New York, I think the whole world, I think, would get involved. But it wouldn't matter anyway, because if he had all the stones, the whole world wouldn't be able to stop him.
So how do we think that would... You think the same thing would happen and he would get all the stones? If he went there with the power he had on Titan... Yeah, I think so, because Thor's still on his separate mission to get his weapon. He's still going to show up. Mm-hmm. I think that would still transpire. I think Infinity War end would still happen, but it'd be very different events leading up.
But we can't say... We don't know how Thor would be in fight. Okay, let's say...
Oh, there's a timeline to think about.
Yeah. Because let's say Thor gets Stormbreaker, right, in time, and teleports to New York instead of Wakanda.
No, the timelines will still match up because we're still going on Thanos' timeline. So while Thanos is doing everything that he's doing and he's getting all the
And
stones
Thor's
up to
going
time,
on there?
Thor's still doing that,
Yeah.
and so roughly he would still get
Yeah,
there
I
at the
understand
same
that.
time.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, let's say Thor shows up instead of in Wakanda. Like I'm saying, Thanos goes through all of that, right? And he says, "I'm gonna get all the stones and then go to Earth last." Right? Let's say he does that.
And
Okay.
we're also saying Ross is involved now, right?
Well, if it's in New York,
If
Ross
it's in
would
New
be
York and
involved.
that
The whole world would be involved.
right.
Okay, so here's the thing: you have Thanos showing up at roughly the same time Thor is going to show up with Stormbreaker, and you have the whole world involved, and they have to kill Vision. And but you know what? That's not going to work, dog. The only reason why they're in Wakanda is because Vision was damaged, and he's still going to get damaged in the UK.
So they're still gonna go. He's still gonna.
He still has to go to Wakanda anyway.
But they might have had more time to fix Vision because he might have had. He might go for the. Because we're saying he gets all the stones and then he's got to go to Earth. Now where's he going first? I think he's
Where is he
going for
going
the
first?
Time Stone first. I think he's going. I think because he knows that it's in Vision's head. I think Thanos would think, okay, let me go for the Time Stone. Then the ultimate thing I got to deal with is Vision. And I think,
Yeah, maybe.
and it might take longer.
Yeah, and then he could be recovered.
Be recovered.
But then what?
Then he's not getting. I don't think he's getting that stone from.
You don't think so?
I don't know. That's like a whole different debate. Like, will he still get the stone
Okay,
if Vision
but-
is full Vision? Like, he can just phase. Well, now, what can he do with his damn?
But wait a minute.
Infinity Gauntlet?
Vision gets damaged in the UK, right? They show up to fight. Captain America's there, saves him. What's her name? Proxima.
And I'm missing something huge too. They're not trying to fix him. They're not fixing him. They're trying to upload him.
Yeah.
So they would have enough time to upload him, but that was gonna keep the stone away, right?
Yeah. They're gonna take the stone out of his head.
And it was close. So I think
Mm-hmm.
if they had a little more time, they would succeed in that, and then Thanos wouldn't have got that soul stone.
But Thanos didn't need to be there in Wakanda to get the soul. He didn't need to be there in Wakanda to stop the process from happening. Him being there doesn't have anything
So
to
you
do.
think he would still send the army there?
That's what I'm saying. It's still going to stop Vision from uploading. He didn't need to be there to stop that from happening. He just needed to be there to recover the stone.
So he goes alone to get the time stone and sends the army to. So Wakanda
Exactly.
events still happen.
Yeah. And the only difference
Yeah, he wasn't the effect.
that stopped Vision's process. It was Glaive and Proxima in the monster army.
That's a good fucking point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to show up at the end after, let's say, theoretically, he recovers the time stone.
Because Thor would still show up. That doesn't really affect the timing.
No,
Would he
but-
help
but-
them because Scarlet Witch already
But
left?
it does.
And they already
That's
got in
no.
there.
But that's the one key that does affect things is Thor. Thor is the one that's going to affect us the most because here's the question:
His mission is
Does
no
he-
longer go right for Thanos.
does he-
He's saying, "Bring me Thanos." Maybe if they have some time to talk to
Well,
him.
here's
they're
the
like,
thing.
Okay, go save Vision.
Here's the thing: does he go to Wakanda or New York? Because here's the thing, Josh.
His mission is Thanos. So
That's
he'd
what I'm
probably
saying.
go to. He would probably go to New York. He's going where Thanos is going.
That's what I'm saying.
He has no connection with what's going on with it. He has no idea. No, I think 100% he is going to
New York. And he'll probably kill Thanos there. Because Thanos can't snap his way out and do that. You know what I mean? He'd
think
probably
that's
kill
it.
him.
Doug, I think that's it. I think we nailed it. I think we just freaking nailed it.
I think Thanos would go there.
They
Thor
would win
go there.
because he would not have the Soul Stone yet.
Yeah. And he wouldn't be able to snap.
He'd be nowhere near the Soul Stone when nowhere near it.
Yeah, that would be it. That would get him clipped.
So I think we can both agree here. If Hulk showed up in the beginning of Infinity War, that would lead to Thor killing Thanos in New York.
In New York, most likely.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say, what if Doctor Strange and Iron Man, they decide to go to meet up with the team in Wakanda? because they're there fixing Vision. Are
No.
they gonna, think
What's more
so?
important? You know,
Keeping the stone.
yeah,
You can't put
know,
the stones together. That's a horrible idea.
yeah, and
Okay,
you
yeah.
know for a fact he has to be where Doctor Strange is. Doctor Strange is a target on his back. Doctor Strange has the
Biggest
army coming after him.
Uh-huh.
Wherever he's at is where the
He's the
battle's
biggest
at.
target on his head in the world.
Yeah, and that's even more of an advantage. There's no way Thanos is going to win that battle, especially if Thor teleports and Thanos has
showing up.
Yeah, and Thanos does not know that. Thanos does not know Thor has got Stormbreaker and he's going to teleport. Last time he saw him, he was a little plebeian and he whatever, killed his brother, left him on a ship. Yeah, whatever, you're a little bitch. Now he comes back with Stormbreaker suddenly in this battle, and he doesn't have all the stones. He's not going to live. He's not going to live.
There'd be no end game.
And here's the thing. You know what would happen? You'd have Proxima, who's going to get killed by Scarlet Witch. Same way, get lifted up in the air. That thing's going to run her over. You'd have Glaive out there poking Vision right in his belly. And then you'd have Captain America taking it, and he sticks it through. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Vision actually does that. He sticks it through Glaive's back, dumps his body, and that would have been it. That would have been because Thanos wouldn't have showed up. That would have been it. That would have been the end. And Vision would have lived, and everyone in Wakanda would have been fine. And then Thanos would have got clipped in New York by Thor. Mm-hmm. Guarantee you, you should aim for the head. It doesn't matter. What are you going to do? Snap your fingers?
Nothing.
Can't.
You're done. You're
done.
You're done. Should aim for the head. All right.
That's
then
what
aim
I'm
for the
saying.
head right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Damn.
How far are we in?
And that sucks for 24 minutes, 25 minutes. You know what? But it makes me feel like a certain type of way about Hulk. You know? Because it's like, dog, if you came out, you would have saved so much.
Hulk doesn't give a shit about Earth.
No, he doesn't.
Banner had his way, he could be smart Hulk right there.
It's not that it's not that Hulk doesn't give a shit about Earth. It's that he feels so displaced.
Yeah,
he feels so
he's
displaced.
So embarrassed.
Yeah, he doesn't like his own image in New York.
Yeah,
New York on Earth.
Yeah, in general. I mean, New York, yes.
Yeah, New York for sure.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to come out as Hulk again in New York.
No,
he already did the first time, and look what all that shit that happened.
And last time he came out, he got his ass beat.
Yeah,
on the ship. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're GG.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we think if Hulk would have showed up in Infinity War. Drop down in the comment section and let us know what you guys think. If you guys think any differently, well, then you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I would love to hear like two other people go in and come up with what they think would happen. Like, that'd be really interesting. But yeah, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Catch us next time on the Marvel Debate, and until next time,
peace out.